It's a unicorn in real estate, and I'm super excited to get it. I'm not gonna tell you what the unicorn is, but that's why I drove out to Cincinnati. That's why I drove 8.5 hours, 9 hours to Cincinnati in one day and back the next. $10 event parking. First 20 minutes, $2. 21 minutes to 40 minutes, $4. Valet parking, $15, $12 downtown. We've been driving since 3:30 in the morning. It's 11 degrees. It started off being 2 degrees, and we are driving all the way to Cincinnati. It's almost a 9-hour drive. So why am I willing to make a 9-hour drive in the middle of nowhere on our way to Cincinnati? Well, it's simple. I have never, ever found a parking garage for sale. And there's currently one for sale in Cincinnati right now, but by the time this video airs, I will either have bought it or I will have not bought it. The reason I'm interested in this particular property is I looked at the financials. It's about 80,000 square feet. It's in Cincinnati. I went and looked at Cincinnati like 10 years ago in 2010, actually 12 years ago in 2010, back when I was really first starting to look outside in the market, and the houses were super cheap. I remember I could have bought a house out here for $5,000. There's a parking garage for sale, and it seems like exactly what's happening in Kansas City is happening in Cincinnati, which is that all of these old buildings with no parking are being converted into multifamily properties. Why? Let's talk about that. So first of all, the office space is dead in downtown altogether, and most office space is going to like a Regis model, which is shared office space, right? It is not able to be parked on by itself. So we need to go check that out. The pictures I look at look like you could park there, but maybe the guys who have owned it for 50 years. So maybe they're not into a new way of doing things. And I look at it as like, okay, if we have that parking issue, we have that employee issue, can we turn that negative into positive? For instance, you have a parking garage in downtown, which all these people are gonna need to use, right? All these multifamily tenants who are coming in are gonna need a place to park. And the building that I called on, another building that we're looking at, is like 120,000 square foot, and it was gonna be a hotel development 3 years ago. The guy obviously cooled off of it since COVID. When I called on that, I asked him, does it have parking? No, it doesn't have parking, but nothing. Like, if you're gonna do multifamily, that's gonna be an issue. If you're gonna do a hotel, that's gonna be an issue. So how do you solve that issue, right? You buy a parking garage. All right, so we're checking it out. We're waiting for our realtor. These are my prescription glasses, just so you know. I'm not trying to look cool, but these are literally the only ones I can see out of. So I'm looking at this garage because basically he's saying that, you know, you need a valet in here. Okay, so what I see right now is this is your space for your mobile car dealer. This is where you would put your mobile because it has access to the city, or you could do a different entrance as well, but this looks like it goes this way, however they got it set up. This goes further down, so there's some space down there. Looks like they're storing junk cars down here. Oh, you could totally park on your own here, dude. Come on. Oh, let's check this out. This is an elevator. Check this out. This is cool. I don't even know what this is. I'm assuming it's an elevator. Yeah, it's a belt drive of some sort. So that's somebody literally gets up there to go, oh.
They will stand on that. And then
I was trying to figure out what the hell it was.
Yeah, no, I mean, they stand on it. You know.
That's totally dangerous, right?
It's legal. It's permitted. The city of Cincinnati elevator people come in here every month.
So they literally, can they stop or do they have to hop on?
So you can pull on you pull this to stop that.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm like.
Yeah, no, so,
you get pinned up on that thing.
No, I mean, everybody usually just jumps on, jumps off, but it does have a stop where if you pull this, it will stop. You can get on and you pull it and it'll go.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We're not allowed on it, but the employees obviously use it.
So is there an elevator besides that?
No.
Okay, so that's it.
That is how they access floors.
Is there a stairway though?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember when I was like probably 5, 6, 7 years old, getting on that thing and riding down and soiling myself. Anyway.
All right, so this is what? Someone's smoking room?
Yeah, restroom. These are all people that will pull in, park their own vehicles. They pay a little bit more of an elevated rate than the individuals that are dailies or monthlies that are up there. Typically, it's higher end vehicles that are coming down here, or people that are relatively particular, and they're willing to pay the cash. So down over here, there's just a little bit of a utility room. You got your water, you got your gas.
Not much utilities needed here.
No.
I just looked at the Duttenhoff building as well.
Which one's that?
Right across from Procter & Gamble. It's attached to Procter & Gamble. It's got that bridge connecting to it.
There's a couple of those bridges running around. They're getting rid of a lot of those skywalks.
Yeah, probably get rid of that one because they sold it and it's attached to it.
Did they have parking?
No, it didn't have parking. That's why I'm down here looking at this. Like if you have it's only like 0.2 miles from
So
here.
are you a developer then?
I would say so.
I mean, are you looking at conversion into multifamily?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I said, I start with the end in mind, and parking is the problem you're gonna have in all these, because all these properties are going through some sort of a multifamily conversion, and parking is something that when these
premium, not everyone has it.
Well, it's at a premium and it can make or break your deal, right?
Right. This is a 2-room office. So you walk into an office,
okay,
or like almost like a little reception room, and then there's actually like a private office in the next room. But there's 2 rooms behind that door.
You've had offers on this?
We have. Nothing that is wet their whistle as of this moment in time. I mean, everything.
Well, what's going to wet their whistle? I'm very interested in the property just as we're talking about it right now. I looked at the other property, I'm like, okay.
You know, they're going to be probably in the high 2s, I would imagine. I don't think.
Will they get creative?
It depends on what the deal is.
Well, like, let's say I got to come through here and fix a bunch of stuff, and I give them a big downstroke and say, I'll sunrise you out in a year or 2 or whatever it is. Are they willing to consider something like that if they're getting before they're asking, or if we go in with cash or something like that, we'd want to go lower, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't speak on their behalf for exactly what they would do because I'm not a principal. I mean, I'm authorized to quote $3.2 million. I can say that in the past they have been willing to leave money in the deal, but when you were talking about those, we were talking 80 to 90% payouts.
Okay, explain what you mean.
Meaning that they left 10, 15% in the deal.
Got it. So they're holding on their money for at the end, meaning that the financing would be everything but the last 15 or 10% of what they were owed.
Yeah, like if your down payment on a conventional loan is something that they would probably hold.
Got it. Perfect. Okay. So how many stories do we go? 8?
8. Do you think these ceiling heights are tall enough for you to have living quarters in?
No, this would be parking play. This would be
Well, this whole, so you're just looking parking.
I'm looking to keep it the same thing as it is. No conversion here. I mean, maybe down the road, right?
Plus
yeah, that would be
transition.
too hard I think it's got to be what it is.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's got to be what it is. Otherwise, you're talking about just major gobs of money. I'm going to make an offer on it. I've toured a lot of properties, and I wasn't expecting that I was going to make an offer on this property because of the way that the agent actually described it, was that like it wasn't safe to park, and that's why they have valet. Although I do agree with that, I think that it could be made safe. Just break it down. If it's multifamily, you got to deal with tenants, you got to deal with leaky faucets, you got to deal with repairs, and you have to deal with turnover. With parking, there's a reason why I have never seen a parking garage for sale, and you probably haven't either, because they make money. They're expensive as hell to build. This one was built a long time ago. They're expensive as hell to build, and they produce a massive amount of cash flow, and they can operate autonomously without employees. Hey, thank you for staying tuned all the way to the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you're actually learning something. If you are, make sure you stay tuned because we got plenty of more videos so you can enjoy and learn from what we're doing. I'm learning, we're all learning, so make sure you stay tuned for the next video. Peace.